Hey everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful hemline design. And if this is what you love to learn, please stay tuned to the end of this tutorial, okay? So what you're seeing here is a beautiful outcome of what I'm going to make. So to begin, I am going to get the fabric that I'm working with ready, okay? So I have this white dress. It's a dress already that I've made, and this is the down part of the dress. So I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to be measuring the wideness of the hem, okay? I'm going to take the measurement, and I'm going to show you what we have. So I have 29 inches here, as you can see, and I'm going to set it aside, okay, and bring in the paper that I have cut out, okay. So this paper here, I already cut it out, and it has the length as the same with the fabric that I just measured, which is 29 inches, okay. So another thing I did was that I mark on the midpoint of this paper, okay. I place my tape this way because the paper is 3.75 wide, and I measured and marked the midpoint, okay. So now the next thing is to get those strips of bias um tape that I've cut out, okay. So this is a cotton bias that I've cut out, and the length is as wide as the paper I have on the table. As you can see, it's 3.75, okay. So this is what we are going to be working with, okay. So now I'm just going to show you how I'm going to be arranging it. So you can arrange this thing, this strip on the paper 0.25 away from the other, or 0.5 inches away from the other, okay. So if you have enough, if you have very much available, you can arrange it just 0.25 away, or even more closer than 0.25, okay. But I don't have much, okay. So I'm going to be arranging mine with 0.5 inches interval, okay. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to go back to the machine, and I'm going to sew. So I'm going to be placing it this way. You can see the way I'm placing it, okay. So I'm placing it this way. I am going to be sewing, okay. So I am making sure that they are 0.5 inches distance away from one another, okay. So that is what I am doing here. So as I place, I sew it to the paper that I have, okay. So I'm going to do that all the way till I exhaust all the bias strip that I have. Okay, so I was done doing that, and I'm going to run another stitch just very close to the first one. Okay, so I was done doing that, and as you can see, this is what we have, okay. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to start making the style. That is, I will start styling it right away. So I'm going to start by picking one of the strip. Now we have one on the right and one on the left, so I'm going to pick the one on the left, and I'm going to just place it on top of the one on the right, okay. I'm just going to place it on top of it, okay. I will lap it to the one on the right, and I'll sew, okay. I hope you understand what I'm doing here, okay. So that is it, and you see this one here, I'll put it on the left. I will lap it on top of the one on the left, then this one to the one on the right, and I'm going to join, okay. So why I pick one for the right, the next one close to it will be for the left. Then when I pick for the left, the next one close to it will be for the right, okay. So that's exactly what I'm doing here, okay. So you can see one goes to the right, the one close to it to the left, and just that way I'm going to be arranging it and be sewing until I get to the end of it. So pay close attention, you will surely understand what we are doing here, okay. Okay, so I was done with this line. I'm going to go back to the next one. Okay, so I'll trim off all the excess, and this is what we have. So I will set it aside, and it's time to bring back our dress. Okay, so I am going to determine exactly where I want the style to be on the hem of my dress. Okay, so I'm going to lie it on my working table, and I'm just going to measure what I want for my hem, exactly the length I want for my hem. Okay, so I'm going to come down about 5 inches below my knee line. This is what I've just done, and which is about 8 inches above my hemline. Okay, and I proceeded to mark. Remember, the length of what we have here, the paper was 0.75, and what I have here is about 0 point, I'm sorry, 3.75. That is the length of the paper, sorry. And what I have here that I've marked out is 2.5 inches. Okay, so I have marked on it, as you can see, and I'm going to be needing allowance. That is why I marked 2.5 inches here, because of my joining allowance to join the fabric with our style, as in the design we have. So I proceeded to cut out. I'm just going to cut out these 2.5 inches we have here, and I'm marking here with arrow to indicate that this is the upper part, so that when I'm joining with the style, I won't make any mistake. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to cut on the second side, and after cutting on the second side, it will be time for us to start joining them together. Okay, so I was done, and this is what we have. So I'm going to bring in my paper, and I'm going to place it front facing front. I'll go back to my machine and join, after which I'll join this other side as well. So that is what I went on to do. As you can see, I went on to join the down part and the upper part with my style, the style on the paper, and I went on to hem this side because there will be opening on the side of my dress, and also hem the hemline, that is the down part of the dress. Okay, so this is the inside. As you can see, this is how the inside look like. Okay, so another thing I did was to top stitch on both sides. I neatly top stitch just very close to the seam line, and I made sure that I lie my paper here, as you can see, because if you lie it front, it's going to show when you wear the dress. Okay, so you have to lie it on the part where you have the main fabric, so that it will conceal it. So it's time to remove our paper, and I'm just going to gently and neatly remove my papers, and I'm going to show you what we have. Okay, so this is what we have after I was done removing my paper. You can see this is very simple but very classic and beautiful. Okay, so this is what we have. I love it so much, and I know that you love it as well. Okay, so I'll give it a very good press, and I'll show you what the final look is like. So this is it on the hem of my dress. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. See you some other time when I drop another tutorial like this. Bye.